Hello Shape, over fantastic. In this video stream, I want to share with you how to measure your 5 senses. And by the way, I have also told you in the previous video, you can watch it before, why these 5 senses matter. Why you have to know which one of these 5 senses is the most exposed one, which is the strongest one, which you use the most, and which is actually which you feel more sensitive towards. Because then you can work on this matter. And how I have told you in the previous video, you can watch it before. But today I want to tell you how you can actually measure this 5 senses. Because I have just, in the previous video, I've just introduced you really briefly, but not in depth. Now I can show you more in detail and more in depth, so you know how you can measure this. Okay, without further ado, let's jump in. So, first things first, there's one rule you should apply if you measure your senses. This rule is 1 sense at a time. 1 sense a day, okay? 1 sense a day, no more. Just 1 sense a day. If you want to measure, just 1 sense a day. And you might ask myself, why just 1 sense a day? I have all 5. I want to do it right now, right here, right now. No, keep calm. Everything is fine. The reason is why you have to do 1 sense a day. Imagine if you put, for example, you take 1 sense a day. You take 1 sense, which is the highest one, and you just boom, your tension, your feeling is like at the highest level. But then you pick one which is not that high. What happens is your tension drops down. But normally, if you haven't picked this one before, it will actually bring up your feeling, your tension. Okay? Therefore, you should not pick 2 senses at a day. Always just 1 a day. Okay? Just 1 a day. Because some senses can actually make your day. Some senses can actually destroy your day completely. And I'm pretty honest with you. And I also can show you how, and more in the end, how I have destroyed my days, or how I can make my days. Because I will also share with you what of my senses is my most activated, my strongest one. Okay. Now, first of all, pick up a piece of paper. Pick up a piece of paper. It's good when you have nothing written on both sides. On the one side, make a chart. And the chart you want as a horizontal. Horizontally, you want to write. You can put the paper straightly, or you can lie it. If you want to lie it, then you have to put on the top. You have to write down from 1 to 10, 1 to 100. It's up to you. Okay. And now you go. And on the vertical one, on the column, you want to write down all the 5 senses. If you don't know the senses, it's basically tasting, smelling, touching, listening, and seeing, or hearing and seeing. Okay, it's more hearing, it's not listening. Okay. Okay. Pretty simple, right? Okay. Now the trick is, you pick 1 sense, just 1 sense, one of those 5. For example, you pick tasting, right? And then you should eat your most favorite food that you eat. So really, you can eat like hours and hours. Okay, the most favorite food that you like the most, eat it. Pretty cool exercise, right? You have just to eat something you like the most. You eat it, and then, but not overeat it. It's a point. And another point is, write down how you feel better. How much do you feel better on a scale to 1 to 10? Is it 9? Is it 99.99, which is like the highest score in all extreme sports like skateboarding, surfing, or BMX right now is in Olympics? Write down. Do you have it? Awesome. I mean, right now, not right now, but you can do it afterwards. Okay, you have written it down. And then, if you want to go 1 step further, but it's just for those people who are prepared for the extremes. If you feel like, no, I don't want to have any mental stresses of out of it, I have enough stresses, I feel like my mental stability, my mentality is not that stable. So for those people, I don't recommend it. But for those who say, I'm going all in, I'm doing everything, and I will just kill it. If you one of those people, then I will recommend you also flip your chart and write from 1 to 100, the same chart, but this is minus feelings. Okay? Minus feelings. Because right now, you have written it down, and then on the one side, you put the positive feelings, right? So 1 to 100, what makes you better, what feels you better on one day, what feels you better, okay? Awesome, you eat it. For example, you eat ramen, you like ramen, you like steaks or something like that, your favorite food, right? Or, I mean, chips, some people like crisps, some people like hamburgers, and it's your favorite food and you eat it, okay? Or maybe freaking kebab. And you feel how much more you feel better. And rank it. Just ask yourself, ask your own heart, and the thing is, when you're asking yourself, always, the first message that you just popped up, just pick it up. Why? Because afterwards, after 6 seconds, what will happen is, like, you have 5 seconds time. Okay? When in the 5 seconds something drops, pick it. If nothing drops, ask again. But normally, if something drops, never use your brain afterwards. Why? Because when you use your brain afterwards, your brain starts to point of excuses and try to make it more beautiful or make it more worse. And this is not what you want. You want to have the truth, don't you? The truth about yourself, about your own feelings, which is the strongest feeling you have, which is the strongest sense you have. Okay? Awesome. And the same thing you can do on a negative chart with negative things, which you hate the most. For my example, back in the days, I hate really vinegar. I hate things like I also hate like mushrooms. I hate mushrooms. The smell of mushrooms, I just couldn't stand it at all. I was just thrown up every single time I was eating mushrooms. And I remember how a friend of mine said, I cannot stand mushrooms. And on his birthday, his mom had a mushroom soup, and I said, and I just really have eaten it and say, okay, please don't throw up, and just drunk a tons of Coke just to flush it down, right? And this was for myself a really harsh experience, really. So mushrooms, some mushrooms, if it's really good, like Chinese can make good mushrooms, the Japanese can make good mushrooms, where you then don't really taste the flavor of mushrooms. You can taste the texture. Before I couldn't actually taste the texture even, but now I can taste the texture, but not the flavor. The flavor is still really harsh for myself. But if I kind of force myself, I can eat it if I force myself. But I don't eat it because I like to, okay? So there's a difference. Now you have, so one day you to the positive, one day is negative. Now you have 2 days already with one of your senses, right? With first sense, eating sense. Now this next one is smell. Do the same thing. Pick up the smell you like the most. Smell of roses. Maybe you like citrus smell, like of lemons, or like some juices and something like that. Just a smell, like maybe smell of meat. Just a smell. Smell you like the most. Okay? It might be food, it might be non-food, like roses. Now, or like here, I really also like lavender. Lavender is really good, but it also keeps you really calm. Now, do the same thing. Again, you can do the best smell you like and the worst smell you don't like. Okay? If you don't want to have any mental stress, so don't do this worst thing. Okay? But if you feel like, okay, I can take the stress, then I will recommend you, because the worst thing is actually even better than the best thing. because our brain is working 3 times as faster against things that it hates rather than things that it likes. Okay, so if you want to work with this imagination, put it into imagination in order to try to taste a smell or something like that, then it will be even more effective to put something that you hate. Okay, now the next thing is touching. You can do the same with touching. For example, you like silk or something like that, or you like fur, or you like this cute tiger. He's so fluffy, really cute, really cute, isn't he? He's really cute. He's cute, isn't he? He's cute. You are cute. You are cute. Okay, awesome. Or like Pikachu. I mean, it's not that fluffy, but he's cute. Right, and you just touch it. You just touch it and feel like how better you feel just touching it, or touching your cat or your dog, or I don't care what you have, right? What I don't know what kind of animals you have or pet you have. I don't have any pets, so I have my plush Pikachu and stuff like that, right? So this is what you can do. And evaluate it. This is the third one. The fourth one is listening or hearing. Basically, you listen to music, your favorite song, the song you hate the most. Do the same thing. Okay? Or just sound. For example, some people like the sound of a drill. And it just, ooh, it feels so good. So vibrations. It's not maybe the sound, some of the vibrations that came from the sound. Or from vacuum cleaner. In fact, mostly when the vacuum cleaner, I just become so dizzy and want to sleep. I don't know why, but I want to sleep. Now, and by the way, if you haven't recognized, or if you don't know, hearing is my most powerful. I have the most strength in hearing. Why? I can hear some sounds that people cannot hear in the first place. In the second place is I have done more than over decades of music education. I played piano, violin, and other instruments, also in a band. I have also sung on the stage and stuff like that before people, in front of people. So it's actually key, but not just this one. The thing is, since now even, some music can touch myself really hard. So when it's really beautiful music, really beautiful executed, really nice voice, or really nice feeling out of it, I get freaking tears. It's because of the music, of the ambience that the music gives me. And this is so true for myself. On the flip side, for example, I listen to Phantom of Opera. I get just goosebumps, truly. But not goosebumps because I feel excited, no. I feel scared. Especially when this organ like, hell no. When I just imagine it, and I feel like already I have a little bit goosebumps right now. I have like really cold sweat just dripping on my back, really, just because of the sound. This is how intense for myself music is. And I remember, and okay, next one is of course seeing, right? You can watch a movie, you can watch a footage, or you can watch maybe see your favorite painting and stuff like that, right? And just also evaluate on good on bad. Now, the point is though, when you watch something, put something on your ears, like a noise cancelling headphone. Why? Because when you put something on your ears, then you don't listen what someone is telling you, you don't listen to the movie, but you're just watching it. And this is actually exactly what it is. Many people are getting attached towards things not because of what it looks like, but because of the ambience. And the ambience is not just because how it looks like, but because of it, how it feels like of listening. Because you might say, okay, cool, I feel like my visual is the most intense one, but not really. It's mostly the sound that makes it intense. For example, I have been in Japan, not in Tokyo, Fuji-Q. This is a park, amusement park with the most gnarliest roller coasters, with the gnarliest roller coasters in Japan, basically. And I wasn't afraid of the roller coaster, but they're also the most scary, basically a haunted house. It used to be a true hospital. It used to be a hospital. And holy crap. I went there with 3 or 4 people, and I went to the end, but because it was a Korean guy, he was like this small, he was just walking around, nothing happens. And I said, okay, really, without him, I would quit I will really quit really fast, just go out and retire from it, right? But no, holy crap, we went to the end. But I have noticed it is not how it looks like. It is all this ambience that makes me scary. Of course, I feel like, yeah, when it's dark, it feels more creepy, of course. I don't like the darkness. But what makes me really freak out is not it's not how it looks like. Of course, there's some sketchy things, like zombies and stuff like that, but the zombies are okay. It's a sound. It's a freaking sound for myself. It's when something drops down and then just, oh, holy crap. It's like, boo, and then, whoa, man, hold on, man, dude. You just scared the fuck out of me, really. Yeah, this is more the sound for myself. So you have to experiment. What is the most intense for yourself? It is the sound. This is just when you see something. For example, when I see something, I really hate spiders. Really, if you put a tarantula right in front of my face, I will scare the heart of me. But mostly it is also because of the ambience. So the sound, what the things are doing, right? But it's really, I mean, for myself, it is the sound on the one side, and on the flip side, it is also what I'm seeing, because tarantula, I will always get the freak out of me, for sure. However, again, I'm kind of used when I play, like, when I do, like, currently streaming on Mildem, that there are some spiders there. So I get kind of used to them, but I don't listen to the music, so I don't get into the ambience. And I feel like, okay, there's a spider, okay, cool. You got it? Yeah, this is exactly what happened with myself. It's not because of the spider, because of the ambience. But I feel like, yeah, visual is like the second one for myself. But on the flip side, I don't get tears because of visual things. I don't get really scared, I don't get to tears because of visual things. But because of this more, because of the sound. And also for the guys, I don't get horny because of how it looks like. No, it's more like because of the sound. Yeah. Of course, it is more like everything, but mostly it's the sound. The sound makes really a difference. A huge difference for myself. I don't know how yourself, right? You don't mind. I must know. I have smell. I smell. My smell. My nose is just, hey, I'm a freaking dog when it comes to my nose, right? And it's okay. For myself, it's my ears. I'm a freaking elephant when it comes to my ears, though. You know what I mean, right? And same thing here. Basically, now you know 5 things. You made the 5 things. You have the chart, and you have explored what's the most thing. And this is where you can apply what I told in the previous video, where you can apply this knowledge towards this technique to remembering things in the first place. But in the second place is you can use it as a tool, not just to remembering things, but as many things. You can, because you know more about yourselves than most people about themselves when you have done this work, which is not that hard. You just need from 5 till 10 days to do it. It's not that hard, I believe. And when you have done it, you know it. And yeah, now you have, I have forgotten one thing. And now, which you know, the discrepancy, right? The discrepancy between the highest and lowest, right? This is the most where you feel intense one. Okay? For example, for myself, right, music is a 10, and when I feel really scared, it's also freaking 10. It's a minus 10 plus 10, so it's a 20 in between, right? The discrepancy is 20. It's the highest one, the highest score. With the highest score, yeah, this is where you can see. Really, not just the highest matters, but the discrepancy of both. When you tell in Japanese, この帰りが大事。この間の帰りが大事。一番最低から一番最高までの帰りが一番大事。So, basically, this is the most important thing. When you know those things, you can apply as a tool in many things. In imaginations, in meditations, and many things. So it makes this experience of mindfulness and other techniques more intense for yourself, and you have more practicality, and you feel more, and you have better results overall, because you are already knowing, okay, this is my most intense feeling, boom, I put it inside. And I know I want to get rid of those things, but I put the most negative things of this that I experience inside to try to truly feel it, right? And you can really put many tools, and you can also, when you use some tools, you know already the tool I have told you before, and you can use it to other tools as well. You can maybe think of a tool like, okay, maybe I can do this one, and then just try it out, because it doesn't hurt you. The only thing it can hurt you if you go to the most negative one, and if you're mentally not prepared. Okay? So if you're mentally prepared, but you feel like, when you feel like, okay, I can maybe I can have a mental damage from it, don't do it. Just don't do it. But if you feel like I don't have a mental damage, but I'm still sitting on a freaking, I'm still sitting on what's it called? I'm still sitting on the fence. Just go it. Just go for it. Just go for it. Because it won't harm you. Of course you feel uncomfortable of doing the, especially the negative one, but what you get out of it, it's huge. It's huge. And as I told, if you're using every sense, try to kind of blend out the other ones. If you use tasting, try to taste without your nose, because mostly the most taste that we have is because of a nose. If you taste something, try to taste without your nose. The positive, negative one. If you smell one, okay, try not to taste. Okay, maybe impossible, but the thing is, the smell is more intense than taste for sure. If you try to listen, try not to see anything. If you try to hear, try not to listen. If you try to see or watch something, try to blend out the listening. So therefore you can just have the sense, this important thing, to really blend out the other one. And if you can blend out the other one, then you have just the pure data. When you have the pure data, you can apply it everywhere, because you know exactly what's the most one, where's the most intense one, where's not my intense one, and you can use it for your own profit. I'm telling you. Now, Reshaper, I hope you got some value from it. It's all. Smash the like button, share with your friends, comment box to know some more things I picked so far. By the way, if you want to watch myself, this kind of video, man, just telling you, and if you feel like, hey man, you're talking about like half an hour, and can you do it shorter? Yes, I got you there. You can just go on my TikTok. Basically, it is just spaat dot, I believe, or spaat dot alex98 at TikTok, I believe. Or alternatively, is the most easiest way. You can just go into my profile. You find there my link on the link. Scroll the whole thing down. You find my TikTok in the bottom. Same goes for people on YouTube. When you go on right now, you have like the live stream, but just don't go on the live stream. Just click on normal video. I mean, you don't have to, I mean, it's better when you watch the whole video. I really appreciate it. If not, it's also okay. Just click on it, go on the description box, and just scroll the whole thing down. You will find there in the bottom also my TikTok link, and there you can watch what I'm just told you in just 1 minute. Really, I have just compressed everything in 1 minute. Maybe not everything, because currently I'm telling a little bit more further information, but as the most important information I have already told there in 1 minute. Maybe less, maybe a little bit more. Now we can do like 3 minutes, so sometimes can expand more than 1 minute. I believe this one is like 1 minute, maybe even less. So, I mean, everyone has 1 minute, don't you? Just if you want to watch it, the whole thing, just to, have a script, this is a script for you. Just watch on TikTok and you'll be good. Sorry, Reshaper. I hope you have an awesome day as always. Do not let yourself to push now. See you maybe tomorrow.